The best is yet to come, and babe, won't it be?
You know, I think right now here in Wisconsin, we're all really excited with what's going on, direction the state's going, our governor and what he's done, and potentially a vice president from this state. I mean, we couldn't ask for anything greater. And so at this time, I'd like to introduce to you Bill Feehan.
Thank you, Don. As I've campaigned around western Wisconsin in these last 5 months, I've talked to thousands and thousands of people, and everyone agrees. The #1 concern that we have today is our economy and the numbers of people who are jobless, many of whom have stopped looking for jobs. And so it's time for us to find leaders who understand what makes an economy grow. And Don mentioned that I'm a small businessman. I started my first small business when I was 27 years old. And 8 years ago, I married my wife, Sue Kolve-Feehan, who, as many of you know, started her salon right here in downtown La Crosse 27 years ago. Today, Sue Kolve's employs about 45 people. And 6 years ago, Sue and I teamed up and we went and we opened the Salon Professional Academy, the cosmetology school in Onalaska. So we've both had the experience of starting companies, and we understand the challenges that entrepreneurs face. And I'll tell you that during the last recession, we ended up sitting in front of our banker, and we had to take out a second mortgage on our house. And I had to pledge my retirement account to get the loans that we needed to survive that recession. So I'd just like to say to President Obama, we did build it. Yeah. As we think about all of those millions of people across the United States, many of them here in western Wisconsin who don't have jobs, and the sense of hopelessness that they have, we have to decide as a nation and as a state the way forward. Our opponents say that the way for us to prosper is to raise taxes on high-income individuals and business owners. But I ask you, when the government raises your taxes, does it make your life easier or does it make your life harder? Then why would it be any different for businesses? We need to keep businesses low and we need to keep the regulations sensible. And that's why if I'm elected as your state senator, one of the first bills we need to pass in Wisconsin is a mining bill, a bill that will bring billions of dollars of investment into our state and thousands of jobs. So we have a clear choice here in Wisconsin and in the United States today. If we will pursue a future of bigger government, higher taxes, greater regulation, or if we will turn back to the principles that Ronald Reagan restored our economy on decades ago. Principles of limited government, lower taxes, and reasonable regulation. So I ask for your support as I will be on the ballot on November 6th. I hope you'll tell your friends that I'm a conservative. And above everything else, I believe in America. This country was built by people like Henry Ford, people like Steve Jobs, people like Don Weber, who had a dream. And we must have a government that doesn't tax that dream beyond their reach, that doesn't regulate that dream beyond their reach. So thank you so much for having me here today. It's now my pleasure to introduce to you our candidate for Congress, a man who has served his nation long and faithfully, a man who fought in the combat field and commanded troops in Vietnam, a man who served as Veterans Administration Secretary here under Governor Thompson, and a man who is the commander of Fort McCoy, a man who has served his country his entire life, Colonel Ray Boland.
The best is yet to come.